But there have been a lot of them over the years. I got to try a lot of cases as a judge, and I've tried quite a few cases when I got back into practice initially, but probably the ones that stick out in my mind more than anything are criminal cases and a couple of juvenile cases where you make an impact that is more than just dollars.
There was one bill that actually took me some 4 years to get passed, and it dealt with making the military in our country more joint. When I say joint, is working together rather than stovepiping all of the decisions. And it was a tough road because the Joint Chiefs of Staff fought it bitterly. And however, I did have some. Maxwell Taylor, General Maxwell Taylor retired, was for it. Admiral Train was for it. But by and large, most of the active duty movers and shakers within each of the services were against it. We finally got it passed in both the House and the Senate, and with a substantial vote in both the House and the Senate. And the President Reagan, signed it, and it's now law. And frankly, I'm very, very proud of that. They now work together as never before. Jointness is part of the military culture today.
But in terms of the highlights, I think my teaching career at St. Louis University, I have always liked being a law school teacher. I got engaged in litigation for various kinds over the years. And then that led me into politics, which significantly resulted in a period of time working for Governor Carnahan as his chief counsel, and then as special counsel dealing with the problems of education, public education in St. Louis and Kansas City, when the state was coming to the point where it would probably no longer be in the court-ordered desegregation programs. From there, I went to the Missouri Supreme Court in 1998 and served there for 13 years. And then I came back in 2011 to St. Louis University to teach.
You know, I think the Smithson is generally an award that's given more career-wise than short-term. So it recognizes a fairly long body of work. I'm, I say, very proud to be receiving it at the same time Ike is, who's had a magnificent public career, as well as being a very fine lawyer. And it's even more fun. He and I are both Sigma guys, and so that's kind of a fun situation.
Well, it's very flattering. I'm deeply honored. I hope I merit it. I have had a very interesting life, both in and out of the courts. I practiced law in my father's old law firm for some 20 years before I went to Congress. Now, I was prosecuting attorney for the first 4 years. I was in the state senate for 6 of those years. Of course, that was just a part-time effort. But I tried lawsuits for some 20 years and enjoyed every bit of it. I'm flattered. I appreciate this recognition more than you know. I'm still a country lawyer at heart.
I'm humbled by it in the way that I've known over the years, especially when I served on the court and I spent 2 years as Chief Justice. I saw a lot of lawyers working hard for the public, for their profession, who really don't get honored enough. And I feel that there's something about this award that I feel especially honored because it's given by my own profession, which I'm very proud of my own profession. I hope that the members of my profession are proud of themselves.
I was very fortunate, I say, to start with Floyd Gibson, and then when I was at the Popham office, there were 3 guys that were very instrumental for me. They were 3 Toms. They were E. Tom Thompson, Tom Conway and Tom Sweeney. Three marvelous litigators, but three marvelous people, and that was the great thing. And their mantra was do it right, and you don't cut corners, you do it right. And make that your mantra. You want to go to court and have the judge know that when you're there isn't going to be any stuff that's not truly at issue, that you're not going to take positions that are unfounded, and so develop a reputation for doing things the right way. At the same time, the great thing about the practice of law is that it gives you an opportunity to help people. And people come to you generally because they're in need. And don't make it about the money. It's a profession in which you have the opportunity for service. And so give it. And it makes you feel good to help somebody.
Work hard, keep your word, and learn as much about your profession as you can. I had the ability and the opportunity to attend several trial practice sessions or seminars, and they helped me immensely, particularly when I was a young lawyer. They should get to know their business, their craft, backwards and forwards. Go over and watch the great lawyers try a case. I was an office boy up here in the Popham office one summer, and I got to see some very interesting trials by some of the best trial lawyers the city had. The best one I saw was Lyman Field, Red Dog Field, representing a plaintiff, and a fellow named Dave Trusty from the Popham firm was defending us. Two great trial lawyers, and that's what the young lawyer should do, spend time watching them.
One is in order to really, I think, help society and to further your career, maybe this is a little counterintuitive, but you get influence, power, by giving it to others, by sharing with others. And in a sense, being a lawyer enables you to share power, sometimes with people who have none. And the second thing, I think, is that one should keep in mind that you can do an awful lot of good if you're willing not to take the credit for it. Give the credit to others. It'll come back in ways that will multiply in terms of the impact and all of that. It's really not about us. It's really about the people that we help.